Thomas Hardy, one of England's most renowned literary figures, created a body of work that profoundly impacted both the Victorian and modern literary landscapes. Known for his exploration of human suffering, social constraints, and the harshness of fate, Hardy's literary works span a wide range of genres, including novels, short stories, poetry, and dramatic verse. His settings, often inspired by the fictional Wessex, offer a vivid portrait of rural life in 19th century England, while his themes challenge societal norms and probe the depths of human emotion. Hardy's novels are often seen as his most enduring legacy. They blend realism with a sense of tragic fatalism, and they are often set in the fictional Wessex, a region based on Hardy's native southwest England.
Far from the Madding Crowd, 1874.
This novel brought Hardy widespread acclaim. It tells the story of Bathsheba Everdeen and her three suitors, focusing on the complexities of love, independence, and societal expectations. It was Hardy's first success and marked the beginning of his exploration of the rural English countryside.
The Return of the Native, 1878.
This is a darker, more introspective novel centered on Egdon Heath and its inhabitants. The novel delves into themes of fate, tragedy, and the conflict between individuals and their environments.
The Trumpet Major, 1880.
Set during the Napoleonic Wars, this historical romance follows the lives of a family in Wessex, blending the personal and the political.
A Laodicean, 1881.
This work features themes of modernity versus tradition, focusing on the life of Paula Power and her struggle between two suitors who represent different aspects of life, one rooted in the past, the other embracing the future. Two on a Tower, 1882. In this novel, Hardy examines social class in astronomy as a young astronomer and an aristocratic woman fall in love, only to encounter the limitations imposed by society.
The Mayor of Casterbridge, 1886.
One of Hardy's most powerful novels, this story of Michael Henchard, a man who rises to prominence after selling his wife and child, explores themes of guilt, pride, and the irreversible consequences of one's actions.
The Woodlanders, 1887.
Set in the deep woods of Wessex, this novel addresses themes of unrequited love and the collision between old ways of life and encroaching modernity.
Tess of the D'Urbervilles, 1891.
One of Hardy's most famous works, Tess is a tragic tale of innocence, exploitation, and societal hypocrisy. Tess Durbeyfield, a poor rural girl, suffers at the hands of two men and an unforgiving society. The novel challenged Victorian sexual mores and sparked significant controversy upon its release.
Jude the Obscure, 1895.
Perhaps Hardy's most controversial work, this novel tells the story of Jude Fawley, a working-class man with intellectual aspirations, and Sue Bridehead, his free-spirited cousin. Both characters struggle against societal expectations and oppressive institutions, leading to a tragic conclusion. The novel's candid depiction of sexual relationships and criticism of marriage and education sparked public outrage, contributing to Hardy's decision to stop writing novels.
The Well-Beloved, 1897.
This is a novel about obsession and idealism, centered on a sculptor's quest to find his perfect well-beloved through 3 generations of women. It revisits Hardy's themes of idealism and the impermanence of human desires.
Short stories.
Although primarily known for his novels, Hardy also wrote a number of short stories that reflect his mastery in depicting human emotions and societal conditions in compact, impactful narratives. Some of his notable short story collections include
Wessex Tales, 1888.
a collection of short stories set in Hardy's fictional Wessex. The stories examine the lives of rural people, often focusing on the tragic or ironic turns of fate that befall them.
A Group of Noble Dames, 1891.
This collection features stories about noblewomen and their romantic entanglements, told through the perspective of a group of men reminiscing.
Life's Little Ironies, 1894.
This collection explores the ironies of life, where characters often find themselves at the mercy of fate or societal expectations.
A Changed Man and Other Tales, 1813.
One of Hardy's last collections of stories, these tales continue to reflect his fascination with the themes of destiny, human suffering, and moral dilemmas. Following the public outcry over Jude the Obscure, Hardy shifted his focus to poetry, where he found greater freedom to express his views on human nature, history, and mortality. His poetry, though initially overshadowed by his novels, later gained recognition as some of the most poignant and innovative of his era.
Wessex Poems and Other Verses, 1898.
Hardy's first collection of poetry, featuring verses that draw heavily on the themes and settings of his earlier fiction, particularly Wessex.
Poems of the Past and the Present, 1901.
This collection reflects Hardy's growing preoccupation with time, memory, and the harsh realities of human existence.
The Dynasts, 1904-1908.
A monumental work in 3 parts. The Dynasts is an epic drama in verse that recounts the events of the Napoleonic Wars. Hardy's use of a wide array of characters and a detached narrative style gives the work a panoramic view of history's impersonal forces.
Time's Laughingstocks and Other Verses, 1909.
This collection offers a variety of poems that address themes of fate, irony, and the human condition, often through personal and historical lenses.
Satires of Circumstance, 1914.
A collection of poems that combines the personal and political, exploring themes of grief, war, and human folly.
Moments of Vision, 1917.
This collection is filled with reflective, melancholic verses, and it addresses the fleeting nature of life, love, and personal memory.
Collected Poems, 1923.
Hardy's poetic output was substantial, and this collection brought together many of his previously published poems, solidifying his reputation as a significant poet of his time.
Drama.
While Hardy's reputation as a dramatist never reached the heights of his success as a novelist and poet, his verse drama, The Dynasts, stands as a significant achievement. Written in 3 parts, The Dynasts is an epic portrayal of the Napoleonic Wars, focusing not only on the military and political figures involved, but also on the common people whose lives were affected by the conflict. The work blends historical fact with Hardy's own philosophical reflections on fate, history, and human agency. Thomas Hardy's literary works stand as a monumental exploration of human life in the face of inexorable forces, whether they be societal, natural, or internal. His novels, short stories, and poems are rich with vivid characterizations, keen observations of rural life, and an overarching sense of tragic inevitability. While his novels brought him fame, his poetry later cemented his status as one of the great literary figures of his time. Hardy's ability to delve into the complexities of human emotion and the consequences of societal constraints continues to resonate with readers today.